Thank you for joining us. I'm Yoon Jung-min. On Friday, the Constitutional Court held its first preparatory hearing on President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment case, with representatives for the National Assembly and President Yoon in attendance. With a fierce legal battle expected, the judges called another preparatory session. Our correspondent Oh Soo-young starts us off.
The Constitutional Court session to set out a roadmap for President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment trial ended without conclusive grounds, as the first preparatory hearing for his case on Friday wrapped up in 40 minutes. Starting at 2 p.m, the hearing was attended by Yoon's legal representatives and the National Assembly's impeachment panel, with 2 justices aiming to organize the main grounds for impeachment and a list of witnesses and evidence both sides wished to draw upon throughout the trial. However, as President Yoon's side did not submit any materials, the court was unable to form concrete lists of grounds, witnesses, or evidence. Based on the National Assembly's motion for impeachment and documents submitted prior to the hearing, the justices outlined 4 rough grounds for impeachment, which include Yoon's declaration of martial law on December 3rd, the proclamation of the martial law order, the lockdown of the National Assembly and disruption to parliamentary activities, and the attempted search and seizure of the National Election Commission servers and their employees' mobile phones. These include the deployments of troops to facilitate Yoon's decree. The National Assembly's panel said they will later decide whether to call for Yoon's alleged order to arrest political, legal and media figures as an independent ground for impeachment. The panel also applied to summon 15 witnesses implicated in the martial law order, such as former Defense Minister Kim Yong-yeon, Park An-soo, who acted as martial law commander, and Oh Sang-won, a former director of military intelligence. Before the hearing began, the National Assembly's impeachment panel chief Chung Cheong-rae and former Constitutional Court Justice Kim Il-soo indicated to reporters that they will emphasize that Yoon's actions disrupted the country's constitutional order and that he incited insurrection by declaring martial law. Meanwhile, Yoon's legal team told the court that the grounds proposed by the National Assembly were based on media coverage and called for evidence-based claims. The president, in a speech on December 12th, argued his declaration of martial law was a political act not subject to judicial review, and that it was his executive right. Also, his team appeared to contest the Constitutional Court's method of notifying Yoon on the trial proceedings. The president for over a week rejected the delivery of court papers, leading the judges to deeming the documents received at his residence. As he left the hearing session, attorney Yoon Gap-keun said the president himself would speak at an appropriate time, appearing to raise the possibility that Yoon could appear during the trial to defend himself.
In another attempt to organise the guidelines for the constitutional battle between the President and Parliament, the court set a date for a second preparatory hearing 1 week later on January 3rd.
Justice Lee Mi-sun said, while the schedule may feel rushed, the severity and the significance of the case for the country's governance requires such a timeline. This comes amid concerns that the trial proceedings may be lengthened intentionally as delaying tactics, as Yoon's team so far has expressed the need for more preparation time. Yoon's legal representatives were announced abruptly on the morning of the hearing, along with their plans to attend the session. Also, there are concerns that a ruling cannot be declared with the 3 vacancies in the panel of Constitutional Court justices. The court announced on Friday it is in the process of discussing the issue. As 6 out of 9 judges are needed to uphold the impeachment, the current panel of 6 justices would have to vote unanimously in order to remove Yoon from office. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.